Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro at the beginning. I do have transition buttons, so if there's noise outside of my control, I can stop filming, wait for it to pass and carry on. These weekly Wednesdays are primarily a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are primarily model focused, of which is primarily 40k stuff, or GW and 40k stuff. There is terrain questions from time to time, and there's some general information about myself, what's going on in the workshop and everything else. And we have a weekly vote, which I'll get into when it comes to it. So, there's no battle report this week, because both mine and Mark's schedules were clashing this week, so we wasn't able to play a game. But there'll be a game next week, so don't panic. Hopefully it'll be a nice big slobber knocker. It won't be a walkover again. I had a mishap with my printer over the weekend, which absolutely delayed me, because the killer can, Let's Build killer cans I put up on yesterday, that should have gone up on Saturday. Well, the plan was to finish them Saturday morning and then upload it Saturday, or even upload it Sunday. But I had a mishap with the printer. So I changed the FEP. For those of you who don't know, a FEP, this is the vat. This is the vat where the resin sits in. Or something like this, yeah. The FEP is a piece of plastic underneath that a light from the LED screen hits the plate and tells you how to print it, yeah. Well, my FEP it's a consumable product, so it was worn in the middle. So I got new FEPs in and I changed the FEP, printed something fantastic. Then went to print something bigger that I needed the middle of the FEP for, because it takes up a lot of space on the plate, and it misprinted. And then I realised that when I cleaned the vat out to make sure there's no debris in there and everything else, I realised that part of the misprint was in the FEP and in an air bubble. So I said, well, there can't be an air bubble in a single piece of plastic, so there must be a protective layer there that I've missed. So I took it all out, cleaned it all out. Yes, there was a thin piece of plastic, layer across the top. Got rid of that. Put the FEP on and everything else. Realised that the ring was slightly bent. The ring is there's two pieces of, on my one, there's two pieces of plastic that go together and sandwich the FEP in between. So anyway, so I put all that together, started printing away. First print came out fantastic. Okay, no worries. Second print came out, misprint. So I emptied the vat again. Misprints do happen. And as I slid the vat off of the printer, all of the underneath was covered in resin. So it had leaked. So I had to clean all that off. So I cleaned all that off, cleaned the vat and everything else, and then realised that there's actually an imprint on the LED screen of what I was trying to print. So instead of trying to print it in on the plate, it was printing it on the LED screen because the resin had leaked underneath. So I spoke to Mark about it. He gave me a few good pointers what to do. So painstakingly I was there with methylated spirits and a cloth and slowly cleaning the print that's on the LED screen, because I can't scratch that. Because if I scratch that, the light's going to hit it and reflect everywhere, and that's a big job to change. It's not difficult, well it is, because I have to take the arm apart, take it off, because my plate comes up, and there's no way for it. There's only a square at the back. So I have to take the arm apart as well. I've got the replacements for that, and I was like, no, I'm not going to mess around with that. So painstakingly cleaned the LED screen. I took the vat apart again, and I took the ring and put it the other way around, which I think I put that in the wrong way first of all, to be honest with you. So now it's all flat, level, everything's screwed in. The FEP is very, very tight on there. I can't put it in tight because I think it'll snap, because when I was tightening it, when you tighten it, it's Allen keys, but you don't tighten one and go round. You have to do a couple of turns here, a couple of turns over there. So you're pushing the torqueness of how tight it is. And it's ping, ting, ting, ting. Oh, be careful, because if it snaps, I've got more FEP to change it. But I was like, I don't want to be messing around, you know, having to do all that again for a while at least. So I did all that yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Monday I did that. No, yesterday it was actually Tuesday. Yesterday. I put it in because I finished cleaning the LED screen on Monday before I did the painting video. So I put that in, put resin in there, printed, it came up perfect. And I said to myself, okay. I then went to work, and when I came back I checked the level of the resin in there, and it was the same as it was before I left. So that seems to be okay. I've got another print going now. Hopefully that's fine, because then it'll be back to business and, you know, crazy ass printing, because I've I've got some crazy STL files on there on the computer. They're for Orc vehicles. Now it's not specifically, oh, this is an Orc vehicle for 40k. It's just an Orc driving some sort of mad crazy vehicle, and there's loads of them on there on Colt 3D. And I look and I think, what can I use that for in 40k? Could I use that in 40k army? I could use that as this, but I'd need to add a gun to it, or I need to do this to it, or do that to it. I also had a mad idea about 3D printing different parts and using some plastic parts to kit bash some crazy models as well. So look, now that that's hopefully fixed and that's all well good, I'll be getting onto those things. But that consumed the whole of my weekend. So I said the killer cans were supposed to go up on like Saturday, Sunday at the latest. They ended up on Tuesday. It was on Monday. I did a Monday painting video, uploaded it. Everything was going great. I had to go to work because it wasn't quite finished uploading to YouTube. Went to work. I got to work and it told me he's got 4 minutes left. I said, grand, okay, no worries, because I looked on the studio. I finished work at 1 o'clock in the morning, still got 4 minutes left. I was like, what the hell? And I came home, I went onto it, and it just needed me to, it sort of just paused itself and just needed me to move the mouse to come the screen back on, and it came back on, come on and done. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? You should just upload anyway. But anyway, that's what delayed me. So I actually think the Monday painting video went up actually early hours of Tuesday morning, and then the killer cans went up Tuesday afternoon. But I do love the killer cans. They are fantastic. But yes, there's a lot of STL files for different Orc vehicles. I think there's like a mad, some sort of game with Orc racing, or vehicles that are racing around the track or something like that. I think it's the same game that I got one of the older STL files for the Cobra from. But the Cobra is way smaller than what it should be. But again, now the FEP's done, I might try and then cut it in half and print half and then print the other half. We'll see what happens. But that was my weekend anyway, guys. And I've waffled on a bit there, so I do apologise. Do you not get disheartened losing at 40k all the time? No, I don't. I absolutely love playing, throwing some dice and coming up with different tactics. One thing I really enjoy when playing against Mark, now bear in mind, those of you that have seen our games, Mark is a tournament level player. He's absolutely fantastic. I think he's been in 2 tournaments. He won one and finished second in the next one. So, yeah, it's fantastic. But I like coming up with different combinations of things and putting him under pressure. And he has a little look on his face when he's under pressure, and I can see him start to, like, not when I say sweat, I don't mean physically sweat, but I can see him start to, like, oh, I need to sort this out. I like that. But as he said to me the last time we played, since the first time we played, you've improved vastly. And he said, you know, but only that is for him as a tournament player, when I'm throwing different ideas and different scenarios at him with different units, and he either deals with it or doesn't deal with it, he learns when he goes into, you know, tournament, if that's thrown at him again, he knows what to do to avoid it or what to do to try and deal with it. But no, I don't get disheartened. I've won a game of 40k already. It was when I went to the North Korea Wargaming Club. It was against someone that had just got back into the hobby, you know, so played very basic stuff, and just, you know, it was a good game. But I will win a game against Mark. I will. And just, when I do, I know it's the views on that video are going to go boom because it's going to be like, well, hey, at last. But for me, the toughest unit that Mark has that he throws on the table is a few tough units. In the Tyrant army, there's a few big bastards I don't like, but you know, they're not that difficult as long as you deal with them from range, and then when they get closer, you just finish them off. But the one that his toughest unit, in my opinion, is his Thunderbolt Cavalry. Absolutely, I hate them. I love the models. I think they're fantastic, and I think they're great on the table. But I just hate facing them. So I always try and work out ways to try and deal with those. Because if I can deal with stuff that's as tough as those, I mean, a toughness 6, 4 wounds apiece, 4+ invulnerable save. You know, they are quite tough, and I think they can advance and charge most of the time. There's a stratagem they can play as well, gives them lance, and because of their sagas, they can have sustained hits or lethal hits, and you know, all that sort of stuff. And the more sagas he does, the more bits and pieces they get. They do get really strong, like even stronger. But I always try and work out ways of trying to deal with those. If I can deal with those, then I can do other stuff. So no, I don't. I actually really enjoy. I enjoy seeing the models on the table. I enjoy trying to do different tactics. I enjoy putting Mark under pressure. I enjoy sharing the experience by filming it for you guys. So no, it's all fun. You know, it's great fun. One thing I want to mention to you guys as well. My friend over at Immersive Terrain is doing a Kickstarter. And it's starting on the 1st of September, okay? And it's for a game called Back Whence They Came. Okay, I've asked him to chuck all the information on here. I do have a link for me to download the rules and play the rules and everything else. Unfortunately, I haven't at the time. With everything changing at work and doing stuff at work and stuff in the house changing around a little bit, especially over the next couple of weeks, it will be changing. It's a lot of... When I do have time over here, I'm trying to get videos done. I'm trying to get other bits and pieces done. When I don't have time, you know, my garden, I weeded a whole lot of it. It's all overgrown again because of the weather and everything else, and because I don't have time. So, you know, unfortunately, I wanted to be part of that and play test that, but I wasn't able to. But go and check the Kickstarter out on the 1st of September when it launches. Now, I believe it's 1st September American time. So if you're hours behind them or hours ahead of them, just adjust your time zone for that. Now, on to the weekly vote. How this works. I'll show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. Those of you that voted last week would have seen the Apothecary Bilo just painted up this week. If you haven't seen this video, go and check it out, guys, because white armour is a bane of everyone, but what way I did this is very, very simple. But anyway, I'll show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for next Monday's paint video. You chuck on below in this video saying I vote for this one or I vote for that one. You can vote for as many as you like, but you don't say I vote for everything, so it won't count. But you can say I vote for any of the Death Guard or any of the World Eaters or any of the Eldari or, you know, Necrons or whatever it is, and your vote will count towards all of them. So if someone else votes for something, so you said that I vote for anything Necron, someone else comes in and says I vote for this Necron model particular, that particular model has 2 votes then. One that you're voting for anything and their vote for the other one. There are a few models here this week that haven't been undercoated or even gravelled. I'm hopefully have some undercoat by the weekend, and then if they win, they'll be gravelled. Well, they'll be gravelled and undercoated anyway, regardless. Yeah, there's some tasty models here. But anyways, there's also a wildcard vote, and the wildcard is you find out if it wins, and there's Creator's Choice. If you vote for Creator's Choice, then I pick a model up and paint it. If nobody votes, then Creator's Choice wins by default, and I pick something anyway. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, you should comment on this video. If you're watching on TikTok, just chuck a comment below on this video again, and that vote will count as well. So we now show you models. Right, so we have the Great Demon Nurgle. We have the Immobulator for the sisters. Again, I haven't sprayed it on yet because I haven't had to spray in yet. We have the Venom. We have the Wind Riders for the Eldari. We have World Eaters, Corn Berserkers. We have the Blightlord Terminators for the Death Guard. We have this Sister Heavy Weapon Squad, whose name always escapes me. We have the Masquerade. We have Death Jester, the Eldari. We have Genesee the Cults Magus. We have the Eldari Dire Avengers. We have the Nirogants, Eldari Guardians. We have Sabretooth in there this week. We have the Killer Cans. Again, it's not been gravelled or undercoated yet, but it will be, you know, if it wins the vote. Well, it will be done by the weekend anyway. We have the 8-bound for the World Eaters. Scourges are staying in there for this week. And we have the Death Guard Bloat Drone. We have the Zombie Busters in there, but now the FEP's changed, I should be able to print some more busts, so I'm going to rotate those out. And we have this amazing Death Guard. Well, it's a Demon Prince of Nurgle, basically. I can use a Death Guard Demon Army or Unicale Space Marine Army. It's absolutely fantastic sculpt. It's all 3D printed. Look at those wings. It's actually amazing. Anyway, we have the Barber Gaunts for the Tyranids. We have the Necron Overlord with the Translocation Shroud. We have the Neophyte Hybrids for the Genesee Cults. And we have the Chaos Lord on the Chaos Steed for Old Fantasy. Right, so there's a few decks stayed in this week. A few new additions in there. Yeah, I've been pressed for a lot of time this last 7-8 weeks because little one's been on summer holidays. Yes, in the Republic of Ireland, when they have their summer holiday, they have 8 weeks, 7.5 weeks, something like that. But she's back to school tomorrow, so happy days. But I think it's a half day tomorrow and a half day Friday just to get back in the swing, and then next week it's back to full day. So it'll be delightful. Take herself to work, come back, take a little one to school, come back, have a coffee, then out here working away, producing content for you guys, and then going to the house, do housework and stuff. Pick her up from school, pick herself up from work, come back, go to work myself. There's a few things that are changing in the house now over the next couple of weeks, so I won't talk about them until they've actually happened. And when they do happen, I'll be delighted. But anyway, if you have any questions for me, guys, chuck on below, as always. If you don't want to chuck on below because you think, oh, that's a silly question, there is no silly questions. Okay, everyone starts from the beginning. There'll be pieces of information that you will hear on this channel, and you'll be like, well, I didn't even think about that. And it can be very, very simple. So there is no silly questions. If you don't want to chuck on below because you're a bit shy, you don't want people to piss at you or whatever, go on to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page, because I haven't changed that yet. There's a messenger button there. You can click on that and message me directly, as a few of you do anyway. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Everyone smash the thumbs up button that triggers YouTube to share this video with more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. If you're watching this on TikTok, because I am uploading weekly Wednesdays to TikTok now as well, if you're watching this on TikTok, then just, you know, hit the heart button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, navigate your way over or go into my profile. There's a link on my profile to transfer you over to YouTube, where you can subscribe to the channel and you can see all the mad crazy stuff that goes on the channel, from painting, let's builds, battle reports, terrain builds that I will get back into once I've got this black spray back in. You know, there's always crazy videos, me making paint storage, paint holder storage out of scrap material, you know, just crazy stuff like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me, questions below, votes below as always. Until next time, take it easy.